So today we're gonna play U.S. interstates. Press the play button, and we're gonna play is right in the middle right here is I-35, I-29, and I-14. So that's what we're gonna play in today's video. So if you aren't ready, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and let's go ahead and hit that section right there. Alright guys, we just made it to the game. Dallas, Texas. Alright, I'm gonna start like all the way in the bottom of Texas. Right there. Laredo. After Austin. Alright. I-35 North begins at the Mexico border. It actually begins at the Mexico border. That's actually crazy. Alright. Music off, and so's traffic. Alright, I-35 begins at the Mexico border, and I believe it ends at the, what do you call it? The Canada border. Alright. Exit 3. What I heard is that, after this interchange, I-69B. So what I heard here is that I-35 has like two parts of I-35. It's called I-35 A and B, but they actually has like the E and W. What I call is that if it has an E on there, I call it A, and obviously if it's W, then I call it B. So yeah, that's what we're gonna see later in today's video. I'll see how long I-35 goes to the Canada border. I-35 starts at the Mexico border and ends at the Canada border. Wow, that's crazy. It's crazy that I-35 starts at Mexico border and ends at the Canada border. All right. I-10, that is I-10 right there. And we have I-37. We got I-410. Yeah, I totally forgot to mention, guys, that we are done with the southern U.S. and we're now doing the Midwest Central U.S. So yeah, we're done with the southern and we're doing the Midwest Central U.S. Alright, and here are the following freeways we could go on. We could go on I-35, I-29, and I-14. So those are the following freeways we could go on. 3 freeways. In my practice, that we only rode on 2 interstate highways. That was I-35 and I-14, but we did not get to reach I-29, unfortunately. So in today's video, we might not reach I-29. And what is this? I-14. All right, speaking of I-14, here it is, the I-14 ramp. All right, we're on I-14. I think we're on south. Yeah, we're on the southbound, or we should call it the westbound. We should call it the westbound, because normally that if the highway route, if it's an even number, it's a east-west route. If it's odd highway route, it's a north-south route. And looks like I-14 ends. That was quick. Just ends in the middle of nowhere. Alright, let's go ahead and return back to the I-35. Alright guys, we're back at I-35 and I-14 ends at the I-35. Wow, that was crazy. Alright, we're back on I-35. Alright, let's go and continue its journey on of the I-35. Bro, get your car up. Oh, okay, here's the split part. I-35A and I-35B. Let's go on I-35A. Also, guys, we can also transfer at I-20 and I-30. I actually did that on my practice. Alright, let's transfer here at I-30. Let's take the exit name here. Even though I-30 is not on our list, but we gotta go on it anyways. Alright, I-35B. Alright, we're getting on I-35B. We're at Fort Worth. Alright. So yeah, I-35B. Even though it's not have a B in there, it's a W. Alright guys, we're coming back with the I-35A and I-35B, and now we are continuing its journey of the I-35, and oh, my finger. Bro, what? Sorry about that, my finger was in the way. Alright, we're leaving Texas finally, and we made it to Oklahoma. Shout out to you guys who lives in Oklahoma. And also, guys, I forgot to shout out you guys who lives in Texas. So shout out to you guys who lives in Texas. And in my last video, I forgot to shout out to you guys who lives in Georgia. So shout out to you guys who lives in Georgia, even though we're not in Georgia. And what I heard is that there's like no other interstate highways that takes you to Maine, only I-95, but we did not get all the way there. I think we ended at Maryland, I believe. So shout out to you guys who lives in Maine. So yeah. Even though we're not in Maine, Georgia, or Texas, we're in Oklahoma. I-240. Okay, that's gonna be I-235, so we gotta get on I-40. And here's the I-35 here towards Kansas City. Alright, I-44, that was I-44 right there. Alright guys, we're leaving Oklahoma and we made it to, I'm gonna stop right here for you guys so you can see, Kansas. Shout out to you guys who are listening in Kansas. I-135. Alright, and looks like we are crossing like a river. Nah, look guys, we're literally in the middle of nowhere right now, look. Literally in the middle of nowhere. Oh, looks like we're kind of somewhere. Alright, that's gonna be I-335. Maybe once we get to Kansas City, I think we'll end it for today's video. I don't know when we're gonna get to Kansas City, but I don't see Kansas City anywhere. I mean, we're in Kansas. I-435, and we will meet I-435 again. This one is I-635. This one is 7th Street. Alright, we're leaving Kansas and we made it to Missouri. Shout out to you guys who lives in Missouri. Alright. Kansas City. Okay, alright, Kansas City. Let's go somewhere in Kansas City. We'll end right here. Alright, so I guess that's it for today's video. So if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, y'all. Woo!